Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Ashley. I typically do my videos in the afternoon when my son's taking his nap, but yesterday was a little bit different and I didn't get to do my video yesterday. If you, I don't know if you saw the community post that I tried to put up on YouTube, but he had to have a small procedure done yesterday, and so it was just a long day at the doctor's office. It was about an hour and a half from our house, and then with traffic, I guess maybe 2.5 hours home yesterday evening. He was, feeling bad and just needing mama last night. And so instead of doing a video, I took the time to spend with him. And so I thought this morning I'd get up and share some coffee with you guys and try to do a declutter on our little coffee bar. It's right off of our back door in our laundry room, and this does tend to be like a drop zone in our house. So I thought what we'd do is share some coffee this morning and maybe do a little bit of a mom chat. My heart is just a little bit heavy because my little man is under the weather. And we'll set our timer for 10 minutes. Let me go grab the laptop. So I have my trash bag over here with me. I have my iPad set for 10 minutes, and I have my donation bin that's behind the camera. This space is so small that it's just kind of hard to have all of that here, try to film and not be in the way. So we're going to go ahead and set the timer for 10 minutes and we'll get started. That's it. I'll put it over here to the side. I love waking up with coffee in the morning. It's one of the things that I enjoy the most. And again, so this bar is our coffee bar, but it tends to be a catch-all from the back door. My husband brought both of these in. These cabinets are kind of squeaking when you open them, and so I do want to use this to lubricate the cabinets, and then this will go back outside of the house, but I'm going to set them in the laundry room. My washer and dryer is just right here behind this wall, and so I'm going to set it out of the way for the moment. These need to go in my son's room, and this is one of his books, so that needs to be rehomed. This super glue just needs to be put in the laundry room. I have, the laundry room is actually organized. I have bins up in my cabinet, and I'll show you that later because I do need to go through them on another day, but I do have an inside bin, like a home bin, and so like anything like super glues and like the pads for underneath the furniture, anything that you'd use inside the house to fix things is in there. And then this is a snack for my son, and so hopefully we're going to get to go through this cabinet, but these are a mess from just being thrown up there. So this I'm going to set to the side to go take to his room after the video. A lot of the times when Amazon delivers, I'll open the packages here, and sometimes they just get set here if I get busy. So here's a container of coffee, so it's just the empty bag. So there's one item for today. There's a napkin, there's two. Cookies, these are good, this is good. Here's 3, another piece of trash. This Lowe's card, this is my husband's little drawer. I try not to go through his stuff unless he lets me. I'm just gonna put that down there because it was a Lowe's contact for him for work. And the spoon needs to go in the sink. We'll put that over there later. So one of the things I really wanted to go through right now is these snack bins, because they're full of stuff that we don't really eat. Like maybe I bought them thinking that we would like them, or they've been sitting here a while, so I'm just gonna go through this. He does eat these honey buns, but like these bars specifically back here, they're probably out of date because we've had them so long. So let me check the date on these. Yeah, oh goodness, 2022. So you can tell we bought them, and I used to take these to work with me when I did home health or would grab them as a quick snack when I worked from home, but so much stuff has just gotten piled in here on top of them that they honestly just got forgot about, and so they got out of date in 2023. Yeah, I'm going to say that probably all of these are out of date. I'm just trying to check them real quick to make sure. So, gosh, this whole mom thing is a heartful, you know what? I'm 38. I'm 39 now. I had my son when I was 38. And it has been a process learning to do life as a mama and all that entails. Talk about over more than full-time job, I guess you'd say, is what I'm trying to get out. The night shifts, it's not an 8 to 5 job by no means. It goes well into the night. Lack of sleep if he's not sleeping, or if he's feeling bad, and gosh, your heart just breaks when they feel bad. And I know his procedure was more of a minor procedure, but it still just breaks your heart to hear them cry when they're having something done, and then feeling like you can't do anything to really console them. It just really, it gets to me. And so yesterday was rough. I don't know about y'all, but when I get a little bit there's just tons and tons of like candy bars that I buy when they're on sale that my husband likes. And it just, I think what happens is it just ends up being too full. So after we do this declutter, I'm going to try to switch up the kitchen. I have a piece of furniture that I brought in here to an empty spot in our kitchen, and I want to turn that into a coffee bar. One, because this coffee bar is not level, and sometimes my coffee pot will overflow because it's not, like, the water's tilted. So a little tiny little hack that we just got like a candy bar that's stuck up underneath it to try to level the counter. They just didn't do a good job. Our house is old, and so maybe they've settled, or the people that put them in a long time ago didn't really take the time to level the counters. But it's been an ongoing issue for a long time, and so I thought, why not bring another piece of furniture in? Hopefully that area is more level in our house, and then it won't overflow as much. Plus, I don't know about you guys, but I can't stand having to pull out the coffee pot every day to fill it with water and put the coffee in. Maybe that's just a little pet peeve of mine that nobody else is bothered by, but because I'm going to have it on a piece of, it's like a buffet table that I brought in from another part of our house, and I'm going to use it. It won't have cabinets over top of it, so I won't have to slide it back and forth constantly, trying to get it to, trying to fill it up and get coffee every day. Alright, so I'm going to try to, all of these bars are going, they're all out of date, so we've already hit well over 10 for today. My little one is awake. Pause this timer. Okay, friends, he laid back down. I'm not sure if he's going to stay asleep today. The Tylenols got him relaxed enough to be able to rest. You know, anytime you have surgery or a minor procedure or something in the office, you know, you tend to be more tired. Your body's trying to let itself heal. So our schedule is a little bit different this morning and today, and so we're just going to kind of go with it. So I'm going to set the timer again to finish this. Hopefully there's 2 bins, and maybe restock this one while he's sleeping. We have put right at 3 minutes left. So everything else in the bottom of this bin is like candy that I know that's still good. We don't eat Skittles. They're hard. I'm going to get rid of those. But I have these little bins that's in the bottom of this. I don't know if you can see it. Let me take it out. It's like a little clear bin. Everything needs to be kind of wiped down, and we'll do that later. But I usually put like the little granola bars or these breakfast bars in them, and it would stand them up so that they could be seen, but evidently I still weren't seeing them and eating them. But I'm going to put these honey buns in there. He tends to like them for this coffee, so they'll be here. This isn't the going forward, but once I create our coffee bar, here's another item to be tossed. This will end up we won't be using this. So I think the way that I'm going to set up the buffet table, we'll be able to see things and it'll actually be used. So all these little bars we'll put in the back, but he tends to just grab this candy and I'll dump that in there and we'll throw that away. So that's good enough for right now. It's not perfect, but after we did the declutter, it's not going to stay like this anyway. Let's see this. Again, it's just a catch-all. We bought these combos. I hadn't had these in years. I used to love them as kids, but they're not that great. I can't believe that I used to eat them and like them. So we're going to toss them because they were not great. These are still in dates. I'll keep these. Check this one. This one's still in date. So these are just actual protein bars that I try to have them easily accessible to grab. These are my absolute favorite if you need a protein bar to be able to grab and have on your way to work or your mom errands. This Nugo dark chocolate mint chocolate chip. It's vegan, but it is absolutely delicious. And so what I try to do is stock this bin. So I have some items that are down here in the cabinet, and I just have these pull-out bins from Dollar Tree. Oh, you probably can't see that. Let me zoom out. Or down. This is how I have them organized, and so I have these containers of them with mine on Amazon in stock, and I just keep all of like our protein powders and peanut butters and protein bars there, and then I can just easily restock this container, and it's labeled with protein bar. Actually, this one says honey buns and cakes, and this one says breakfast bars, but so they've gotten mixed up in the shuffle and the chaos of life. But we're just gonna add these in, and then we'll be able to get rid of this container too. There's our timer. So there's another thing leaving the house today. Alright, so that is our 10 minutes. I put these on the bottom just because they're easy to see and just kind of reach in there and grab easy. You need to kind of actually be able to see the chocolate that he's going for or his honey buns, and so I put them on top to make it easier for him when he's grabbing those in the morning. Those have worked really well though while we've been using them. I'll put these back real quick. And I'm just going to empty this real fast just so that everything's open and easy to grab. There we go. Alright. I'm going to put in the diaper bag because I'd like to have it. And then these are cookies. I love these cookies from Aldi. I can't remember the name of them because I've already threw the box away. But I wish that they had like a resealable container that they come in. So I just kind of set them here. It's not the most ideal thing. But maybe I'll get like a small little jar to be able to decant these specific cookies because they're my favorite in on our buffet bar when we do them. But I'm rid of a pretty good bit of stuff. This is my husband's coffee creamer, and then this is just the stand that my Amber cup. This is my favorite thing in the whole world. Keeps your coffee at the temperature that you preset it in the app, and it's pricey, but I've had this thing for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, I would say, and it makes me enjoy my coffee so much better every morning because it's the perfect temperature the whole entire time that you're drinking it. I'm not sponsored by no means at all, but if you want a nice little luxury to your mornings before work or your mom time before your kids get up, man, I'm telling you, it is good. So we've already threw away like 3 items. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 30 items total are going to be leaving today. And I hate throwing out food that's expired. It makes me feel bad for wasting items. But I have tried these bars, and they're like to the point that they're so out of date that it's dried and chalky. And I would typically eat things that are out of date and it not really bother me if they still smell good and, you know, they're not gross. But these are definitely past their prime. And so my family's not going to eat them. They're just going to continue to sit there and take up space. So now I just need to wipe this counter down. And I need to put my husband's spoon up from his coffee. But that is a ton better. It's cleared off. I love having as much clear countertops as possible. Makes it feel so much better. I'm gonna grab a rag real quick and wipe this down. I don't know what kind of countertop cleaner that you guys use, but this is my absolute favorite. It's Method all-purpose cleaner. It works so good. Spray it and let it sit for a little bit. I'll just kind of spray it a little bit away because our coffee's still sitting here. It works so good for scrubbing the stoves. Anything that's like caked on from sitting, like coffee and creamer and any of the other stuff. And so I really, really like it. We'll let it sit for a second here. So I would love to be able to do another video today if he takes an afternoon nap. I'm not sure since he's taken a nap this morning. His naps are kind of spacing out. He's staying awake for longer periods of time. He's 11 months old this week. Gosh, I can't believe he's going to be a year old so soon. But his naps are spacing out, and so that's been neat because he's staying awake longer. We're able to play more in the yard and do things, which is fun. So don't really know what this afternoon is going to look like, but I'm giving myself grace. Again, I set out with the intention of doing a video every day for the 31 days of July, and I had to miss one because it was day like, I don't know, 12 I think maybe, but you can go back and watch that video, and I talk a little bit about mom life and giving ourselves grace, and it can be hard for me because I'm a type A person, and I talk about that a little bit in the video too. I love having a checklist. I love getting my things done. I love being an early riser and having my quiet time, having my coffee, setting up my day, laundry, dishes, just the whole checklist. And it makes me feel like I'm succeeding, you know, for the day and at life. And man, it can be really hard on somebody that's type A when your whole schedule is off because, you know, your little one is kind of under the weather, and or they're teething, or they're, you know, anything that's going on that just offsets your schedule. As a type A person, it can make me feel like, wow, I'm a failure. Wow, I am not winning at this mom thing, and it is so hard, and to keep the house caught up and to just do the things that you really want to get done. I have a desire so much to have this kitchen functioning better for me and our family, to make me more efficient in the kitchen and spending less time in here preparing our meals. But man, it just feels like, as bad as I want to get it done as quickly as possible, there's always like a setback, and I didn't get as far as I wanted to that day. But I'm going to try to give myself grace, and I'm just going to be there for my little guy today. And if he needs mama to hold him more, and we just need to have a chill day, which I think is what it's going to be, that's what it'll be. So this may be the only video today, but I would love to be able to do one this afternoon, just because, not for the sake of doing a video, but to encourage myself to get this coffee bar set up, because I think it's going to be a real game changer in our kitchen and with the space and having everything have a home. Because right now my kitchen table is totally covered. It's another drop zone, that because a lot of this stuff just doesn't have a home, and so by pulling this buffet table in here, I think it's really going to help. So, but if your little one, if you're having days where it's tougher and you've been up late at night and your little one is needing you more, try to give yourself grace too. If it just needs to be a chill day at your house, then let it be that. They're not going to be, I tell myself all the time, he's not going to be this little for long, and if he wants me to hold him, I want to take every possibility and opportunity to do that, even if it's for his whole entire nap. I love holding him because he's already getting so big. He was 30 inches when they measured him yesterday, and 20 pounds. He's a big boy, and you know, I know that one day he's gonna be like 16, and we're gonna go through the teenage years where, you know, mom and dad aren't cool, and I'm eating up the time when he wants to be with mom and spend time with me. And if we have slow days at home and I don't get as much done, I just try to remind myself of that everything passes, including the good and the bad times. And I just want to cherish this time with him. And I encourage you guys to do the same thing. Give yourself grace. Enjoy your days. Celebrate in the small victories that you get, even if it's only 10 minutes and a few items, or wiping down one counter and that's all that you get done for the day. Just enjoy the process. Enjoy the small victories, and enjoy your family and your time, because we're not promised tomorrow, and they're not going to be little forever. So anyway, that's what was in my heart this morning. I hope that you guys are having a great day, and I just wanted to take the time to remind you that if you've not been told today, you do have value, you are special, and I'm really glad that you're here. Bye.